Well, hello there, Gemini. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your mid-October reading. So this is good from now until about mid-November. But the important thing is that we have a lot of astrological things going on right now. You may be feeling some of those emotional pulls, especially this is airing on Thursday, October 17th, which is the full moon in Aries. So we'll see how that plays out in today's reading, but please take good care of yourself during these times. This is a time of completion, of understanding that something has to come to an end so that you can have a new beginning. So let's go ahead, let's get started. We're going to first start with the oracle cards to get some overall energy for this next month, and then we'll go to the tarot for more details. So let's check out, let's see what's on the horizon for you. Oh my goodness, you have Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. Take that in. This is also the energy of a little bit of the Hanged Man. You see the bat is hanging upside down. There could be something, especially around this full moon in Aries. This energy will carry us until November 1st. Just kind of understanding you may be asked to have a different perspective or take another look at a situation either that you may be encountering right now, but I really get the sense of something from the past where you have a perception of the situation, but you're almost being asked to take a look at it from a different perspective, the other person's perspective, or perhaps a higher knowing, a more spiritual perspective. And it doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean that the perspective you have now is incorrect. I don't know why that message is coming through. It's just that I feel like you don't have all the information. That's the energy I'm getting here. So you may have kind of come to understand a situation, or perhaps you've realized I'm not going to get closure in that situation, or whatever it is. It's kind of like, I feel like you may have kind of been carrying this burden of not knowing everything about a certain situation, and therefore it's kind of like you've been trying to move on from the situation, and yet at the same time it's kind of like this energy of gnawing at you. Kind of like, why did that end? Or why did that situation not work out? Well, you could be even having some guilt or shame. What did I do wrong? Right? But there's something that you don't know. You don't have all of the information. And I feel like with this full moon in Aries, sometime between now and probably November 1st, especially since the veil is so thin right around that time of Halloween, it's that energy of seeing something from a different perspective because you're gaining new insight and knowledge about it. Yeah, this is almost kind of like allows you to drop some type of a burden of thinking that you had to stay with something, or that almost like I feel like you're getting a whole new mindset, a whole new belief about yourself. I feel like whatever the situation is, it's kind of left you hanging. He's hanging, right? It's kind of like left you hanging, unsure, not sure why it ended or whatever. It's kind of like this energy. And I feel like all of a sudden you're getting some type of information, whether it's through a dream or an actual conversation with a certain person, or a conversation with somebody else, around the situation. You're getting new insight, and you have 4 white places. Get ready for new horizons. This is the energy of get ready for a new chapter, of no longer having to carry along this burden of not knowing the truth, right? I think it's been really weighing on your heart, if nothing else, right? It's kind of like weighing on your heart. And then you have ignite, release your potential. For some reason, I think the situation may have kind of like zapped, let's say that, zapped your self-confidence, zapped your ability to get something to work out. So Gemini, a lot of times, you're a great problem solver, right? And you're very good at compromising and seeing other people's perspective. This is a situation where you're just not sure. You really and truly have no idea, perhaps. You could have an inkling. Yeah, the first one is deep knowing, right? It's kind of like deep down, you have some intuitive energy about this. This is all balancing out for you. You have the Libra energy of the Justice, right? It's kind of like something is coming in so that you can mend your heart in the situation, mend your confidence, mend your self-belief in yourself so that you can co-create with spirit. It's bringing you a sense of peace. And I feel like for some of you, it could even bring you a little bit of, I want to say, a blessing. Perhaps financial reward. A leg up is the Ace of Pentacles. It could be an opportunity that is opening up for you. It could be a windfall of money. Something is occurring because the universe, it's like your spirit guides and angels know how much this has been weighing on you. And for some of you, it could have been weighing on you for a very long time, right? It could even go back to childhood. Yeah, they're showing me the loving man. I think it has to do with a connection. It could have a connection either with a parent. I'm getting that. Like, you don't understand why a parent did a certain thing. They could have, abandoned you as a child or something like that. You could have, been adopted and you're not sure why perhaps your mother or your parents put you up for adoption. There's almost like this energy. I feel like, either you may have an energy here of feeling abandoned or unrequited love, either in a romantic situation or with a parent. That's so interesting that that's coming out with this card. It's almost as if you have the energy right now of feeling like no matter what you do in a particular situation or in a romantic situation, that maybe it's never meant to be. That part of love is pain. And I feel like you're getting a different perspective. You're understanding. I think you don't understand something about the person. Yeah, there is something that is hidden from you. This is your obstacle. There's something hidden from you. And I feel like you've been trying to figure it out. You've spent so much time and energy trying to figure this out. You could have been asking your spirit guides and angels. This is leaving you feeling drained. It's like zapping your joy out of life. It's not allowing you to step into your highest power and to go after what it is that you really and truly want. So there's some type of a light coming to this. I feel like the message I'm getting here is, it's holding you back. Okay, Gemini, you are moving forward. You are moving forward. I think the situation, whatever it is, whether you actually hear from this person or you hear about what has been held back from you, okay? There is this energy of, it's not like you're okay with not knowing, okay? Because I think it's just like gnawing at you. It's a sense of, I don't understand. Yeah, you have the Ten of Cups here. Why did things not work out? The thing is that I think your spirit guides and angels want you to know. You have this deep knowing that there is a path ahead of you, right? You have this rebirth. There is a chance for you to really step onto the path that you're really meant to be on. And that this situation, whatever it was, wasn't... Okay, two things. First of all, it was detrimental. I feel like it was kind of traumatic to you, right? But the other thing is that through that pain, you have been able to also gain insight and wisdom. But the other thing that I get here is that whatever you intuitively feel about this situation, you are correct. So it's kind of like you don't have to prove it. I feel like there's almost this sense that it's kind of like you want somebody to admit that what you intuitively know is correct. But you're wasting way too much time and energy on that. It's kind of like it's holding you back. Yes. Look. Yeah, you're just attached to it. You're attached to the idea. I have to know. The Queen of Swords. I have to know. You have to know. But it's kind of like part of your path is not knowing. It really is. And I feel like for some of you, it either was, once again, father energy is coming out here. Father energy or a romantic partner, okay? Or it could have been a boss, okay? Like you could have gotten laid off from your job or something like that out of the blue. You didn't see it coming. You're not really sure why. This has been part of your path to help you to go more independently. Whoever this person is that left your life, okay, or whatever situation this was that left your life suddenly, it was not. You gained everything you were supposed to gain out of that situation. Do not worry about why it ended. I feel like it's kind of like I want closure. I want to know why it ended. The reason it ended is because you are meant for something bigger and better and grander in life. And you may not recognize that now, but you have the Justice card coming in twice. Okay, this is the energy of things coming into balance for you, especially if you feel like you financially lost because of this. So you could have been in a marriage or something and, there was a sudden divorce and you may have felt like it impacted you financially, okay? Or a situation where you feel like, either your lifestyle or your status in some way. So especially like if you lost a job, right? And it's kind of like you may have had a really nice position and then all of a sudden you didn't have a job. You didn't have that title. It was to help you to identify yourself, not linked with being with that person or being in that lifestyle or being in that title or position. It was a way to help you to step into who you truly are, and you really and truly are a spiritual teacher, a leader, a guide for other people. So this situation had to occur in order to put you onto this path that is your true honoring path. You could have felt like this was the path you were meant to have, right? You were meant to be married to this person and build a life with this person. You were meant to have this career and climb the corporate ladder or whatever the situation. This really and truly wasn't your true path, your true spiritual path. You may have gotten caught up in society or conditioned beliefs from childhood or whatever that is, right? It's kind of like this is your spiritual awakening, and now you're kind of like rebirthing into your true spiritual path. Not that you haven't been awakened for a while, right? That probably came a while ago, but it's kind of like understanding that you don't have to understand. I don't know how else to say it. It's like, except that you don't have to know. You don't have to explain it. Perhaps you feel like you have to explain it to other people. You're looking for another job and you have to explain why you lost this job. Or you're looking for a new romantic partner and you have to explain why this past relationship didn't work out, right? Or maybe you feel like you have to explain it to friends or family or somebody else. It's time to allow yourself to just say, it wasn't meant to be. I mean, that is just... And that's hard. I know, Gemini, it's hard. It's kind of like because I'm a Gemini sun, with our air sign, right? We want the information. We want the details. We want the facts, right? You're not going to get the facts in this situation. I don't feel like you are. Let's see. Let's see if you are going to. Wow. Okay, I feel like I'm taking that back. You may actually get the facts. There is, okay, here's the thing. I don't know if you're actually going to get the facts of why something ended, but something is happening. Karma is coming in here. So whoever, okay, caused this quick ending in the past, whether it was, a romantic partner, it was a parent, it could have been, a family member that just abandoned you, right? It could be a boss, the emperor, the divine masculine. I feel like you're dealing with a masculine here, Gemini. Or, we all have divine feminine, divine masculine energy. This is the energy of a divine masculine. Somebody that is, not maybe masculine gender, but divine masculine energy. And they are encountering a tower at this moment. There's something that's ending very quickly for them. And I wouldn't be surprised. It helps you to see clearly. You have the sun. It's like the sun is shining in this situation, bringing to light, okay, the deceits of the past, right? But I'm not sure you're hearing it from this person. Okay, so let's take a scenario. Say you had a boss, okay, and you were let go suddenly. You weren't really sure why. You may have had some inkling as to why. Perhaps you were close to this boss. You had information on this boss or something, or this boss thought you were getting too close. Okay, now I'm not saying like romantically, but you were getting too close to them, to knowing what was going on. They could have been doing some, unethical things, okay, in the business. Taking money, hiding money, siphoning money, or something like that. You were let go, and now the boss is found out. The sun is shining light on the deceit of the boss or this person. Something's coming to light, and even if you don't necessarily get retribution, it's kind of like understanding karma is coming in. The universe is taking care of this. It's one of those things that sometimes, right, when we're taking the high road in certain situations, we just have to say, I give it up to God. I give it up to the universe, right? We can't always right the rights. This is a situation where the universe is coming in and righting a wrong. Okay, somebody did you wrong, and the universe is coming in. It helps you. It almost like releases you from the shackles of this soul contract. I feel like this is a soul contract, right? It's allowing you to feel a sense of balance, a sense of, yeah, okay. And not that you're gloating in that, okay? But it is allowing you to... It's kind of like allowing you to take a deep breath and say, my goodness, okay. It's almost like believing in the universe again, right? It's kind of that energy. It's kind of like, okay, now I can move forward. If it's not that the boss, okay, is found out so much, it's kind of like somebody, the universe is just righting a wrong. I'm just going to put it that way. Somebody is getting their karma in a certain situation, and you are coming out on top. You are coming out smelling like roses in this situation, I think, for a very long time. Yet, this is beautiful. You're getting some type of a windfall. That's all I can say. I feel like you're getting a windfall. And the windfall, a blessing, it could be in any type of form, right? It's kind of like a job offer, right? It could be a date. You have the Ace of Cups here, right? The Page of Pentacles. Somebody coming in with some type of offer that really allows you to move forward, to move. You may be actually even moving far away. You may be able to move to another country or another city or state that you've been wanting to move to, right? It's kind of like something's coming in and allowing you to step into your true Empress energy. Okay, here's the message I'm getting. Open your heart. Just allow yourself to open your heart. You have the King of Cups here. Open your heart. And it's not about you want somebody else to get theirs, right? In a negative way. It's about instead seeing the situation in another way and saying, you know what? I took the high road here. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm not going to waste any more of my time trying to figure it out or trying to retaliate. And I'm not saying, Gemini, you've been trying to retaliate, but you could be even kind of like thinking it or praying for it. It's that type of energy a little bit. It's kind of like, you know what? I really am leaving it up to God. I am leaving it up to the universe. And instead, I'm going to take back my energy and focus on what it is that I want for myself, not what somebody has stolen from me. Instead, I'm going to, oh, wow, that is powerful. The energy I'm feeling there. Focus on what you want to create for yourself. And I feel like there is almost with this full moon in Aries, something is occurring in the universe that you may not even know, Gemini. I'm putting it out there. Something may be occurring to this person in the past or something. There is something being cleared out for you so that you can truly step into your Empress energy. Now, here's the key. The key here is that you are open to receiving it with a loving heart, not out of a sense of retribution or anything like that. Once again, I'm not suggesting that you're doing that, but it really is like when this blessing comes in, it is about being truly grateful, understanding that I feel like your spirit guides, your angels, the universe is bringing this in for you because they know how difficult this past situation has been. You could have lost your job, right? And had a really difficult time financially. They understand. That was part of your path though. And you've done the work. You've accomplished some spiritual lesson here. The lesson, the ending of this lesson is opening your heart and truly allowing yourself to receive the gifts from the universe. There could be a little bit of, well, I don't want to sit and receive because I'm afraid the same thing's going to happen again, right? I don't want to put my heart out there and get hurt in love again. Maybe, I don't want to try to get another job. Maybe you're not really putting your best effort into it because you're holding back. You have the Four of Pentacles, holding back. I don't want to get hurt again. There is a little bit of energy here. I don't want to get hurt again. This is about opening your heart wide and truly allowing the universe to bring to you what is meant for you. And this is beautiful. It really is helping you to balance out, any difficulties that you've had in the past, bringing in good karma for you. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you for some final advice. And Gemini, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, am I afraid to be seen? I think some of you are. This is the energy of hiding, a little bit of hiding, not really putting yourself out there in the dating world, not really putting yourself out there, like with your resume or something, really talking yourself up. Right? Really believing that you can go after whatever it is that you want. This is a time for you to allow yourself to say, you know what? I don't know what happened in this past situation. I think you have to kind of, I hate to say it, but it is a little bit about, I am leaving it up to the universe to right that wrong. Right? I feel like you've been wronged, Gemini. You don't know it necessarily why, okay? But that was part of your path. And just saying, you know what? I've come through that. And I understand that was part of my path. I've come through that. And it's not about necessarily trying to figure out why or getting retribution. The world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light on the world. You were made from love, and from love you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. Okay, so I love that. And the message I was getting is, while I was reading that, is that that's why this past situation had to happen. That's why it may have even had to be so painful, okay, in a sense, in order to help you to really and truly cut ties from a certain person or situation that really wasn't for your highest good. And, you know, let's take it, say you did have a romantic relationship that ended and you're not really sure why, or it ended very difficult with a lot of difficulty and heartache. It's understanding that maybe your heart was so into it that it almost had to happen that way. This is interesting. Happen that way in order to break you free from the situation. Gemini, one of the beautiful things about Geminis is that you can really and truly, you're very quick to forgive and forget, right? When you have disagreements with people, you can forgive and forget. But the problem with that is that sometimes you're forgetting and forgiving too quickly, okay? And allowing yourself to stay in situations that really aren't good for you. And I feel like you were really tied to this dream, this outcome, this relationship, this situation, this career. You were really thinking it was your path. That's why the ending had to perhaps be so difficult, because you thought it was your path. But now you're starting to realize it really wasn't your path, even though that was really difficult to kind of like learn or to see differently. Yeah, I mean, I can totally kind of relate to that energy of thinking that a certain way of your life was supposed to be your life forever, and then suddenly it's not. And now you're on a new path. And a lot of times that new path, when we're comparing it to the old path or where we thought that old path might lead us, right? We can sit in that energy of, this isn't where I was supposed to be, right? But it's also a little bit of seeing it from a different perspective and saying, but this is where I am now. And where do I want to go? It's like allowing yourself to distance yourself from what maybe has happened in the past and allow yourself to start dreaming of what you want for yourself in the future. Yeah, beautiful energy. Step into your Empress energy. This divine feminine energy is just coming out so much, and especially if you've had difficulty with a divine masculine counterpart, right? This is the energy of understanding. Okay, that had to happen so that you could truly step into your divine feminine energy. I think this divine masculine was controlling you, whether it was a romantic partner, a parent, or an employee. I mean, an employer. That person was controlling you. It wasn't allowing you to be your true Empress self. And this is the energy of, yes, I am an Empress. And I am allowing myself to receive what I truly deserve. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.